My show's mainly based around experiments. Last quarter I talked about a lot of government experiments like the CIA secret LSD experiment. This quarter I'll be talking about bioart, which is still experiment-based but more artistic in its value. And Soft Cell, aka your local chlorine gargoyle, aka Tara. I have a show called Experimental Hospital Mondays at 6 p.m. where I talk experiments, bring in bands, and play mainstream experimental music. On October 31st, 1938, this prison victim named John Deering, he volunteered for an experiment where he would have his heartbeat recorded as he was shot through the chest. I've always been really into mental health, and a way that I thought I could incorporate it into UCLA Radio not so directly would be by talking about experiments, since even though a lot of the effects are physical, they do have a lot of a emotional effect, which ties into mental health. When they ordered to fire, he was given his heart went up to 180 beats per minute, and then once the bullet ripped through his chest, his heart spasmed for 4 minutes, and then a moment passed. Then it spasmed again, and then gradually declined. I have kind of two sides to me. I'm very into the science world, but I also really enjoy the humanities and art. So I'm a psychobio major, so I take a lot of bio and chem and other various sciences, but I also like to take art classes on my spare time. Or not on my spare time, I intertwine them into my schedule even though they don't count for anything. So I thought the experimental hospital would be a good way to combine them both, especially with bioart now, since it's literally just science and art. The goal of my show is to get more people into experimental music. It's like an amazing genre that people are kind of afraid of because at first it sounds a little off to them, but once you delve deep and truly absorb the music, it's a really amazing thing. I also want to get Lady Gaga on my show. My show focuses around mainstream experimental music to get as accessible as possible. It includes noise, industrial, new wave, folk punk, random avant-garde, just anything under the surface that doesn't get enough love. Experiment, the isolated doghead. So ever since the French Revolution and the guillotine was all the haps and was leaving around a bunch of severed heads, scientists were really interested in trying to figure out whether or not they could keep them sustained and alive without a body. I will like you on a long bright leash.